In the past year, the FDA approved MOUNJARO, or tirzepatide, to help control insulin for patients with type 2 diabetes. Yet news stories were more focused on a secondary effect of the drug, known by the brand name MOUNJARO, causing significant weight loss with just a weekly injection. Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Fate, the fitness physician, and I'm going to explain how this new drug works and its potential for weight loss. So, there were some headlines going around almost every news outlet saying that the FDA had finally approved a new weight loss drug, one that promised 10 to 25% weight loss or more with little more than just a weekly injection. The drug is called tirzepatide, or brand name MOUNJARO. Even analysts are predicting it as the next blockbuster pharmaceutical on the market. So today we're going to look at exactly what the drug is and what it can do for weight loss. So, as a weight loss and hormone optimization physician, I know a thing or two about weight loss. I work with my patients on this almost every day. And first of all, tirzepatide, or MOUNJARO, is unique in the sense that it's a dual incretin medication. It attaches to two different receptors. So we have a class of medication that has been in the market now for almost about 17 years called GLP-1 receptor agonists, like semaglutide. And some of the drugs, I think, are well known at this point, both for diabetes and for weight loss. All these drugs were initially developed for the treatment of diabetes, and then they found that they led to significant amounts of weight loss. So, tirzepatide, or MOUNJARO, is a GLP-1 agonist, and it's also a GIP agonist. It also improves triglyceride clearance, the fat, and the sensitivity of adipose tissue to insulin, which may prevent ectopic fat deposition. And it's helpful for those who cannot tolerate semaglutide or those who have kind of plateaued with semaglutide. So it's the next step up. So some other drugs on the market that are GLP-1 receptor agonists, again, like Victoza, Ozempic, Trulicity, etc. And those drugs, they have really revolutionized the treatment of diabetes in the sense that they bind to these receptors in the body that stimulates our own pancreas to produce insulin. And at the same time, they cross the receptors in our brain and tell us that we're full. So therefore, when you start eating, you just feel full sooner. It leads to induced satiety, so therefore people just eat less. And it promotes the release of our own insulin, so you have better glucose control, better sugar control basically for the treatment of diabetes and prediabetes. And we have this induced satiety that leads to people eating less, feeling fuller, and therefore losing significant amounts of weight. Now, tirzepatide shows in their clinical trials for diabetes that for those participants that had diabetes, it led to a significant amount of weight loss. And so they also did have clinical trials for this medication for those without diabetes for the treatment of obesity. And what they found is that the highest dose of the medication, which is 15 milligrams, can reduce body weight on average by 28.4 pounds or more, which is nearly 14% of the total body weight. That's pretty significant. So for someone, for example, that weighs 200 pounds, they'll lose on average about 28 pounds on this medication, which is pretty darn significant. Now with tirzepatide, why this is so exciting and different is that this not only works with the GLP-1 receptors, as I mentioned, but it also works on another receptor called GIP, glucose-dependent insulinotropic peptide. So both of these hormones are normally released in response to us eating food. So when I eat carbs or sugar, etc., it goes in my stomach, and it reaches my stomach, and then later my intestines, of course, right, in my gut. So my body's like, whoa, we got nutrients here. So we release these hormones, right? It releases the GLP and the other one, the GIP, amongst other ones. And then they say, hey, we got some food, we got carbs, we got sugar, etc. So let's tell our pancreas to release insulin because we just got food in our body. Okay, we're good. So then it crosses the brain, it tells the appetite centers in my brain that, hey, I just got nutrients, we should stop eating. Okay, good. It should make me feel a little fuller. So the issue with our natural hormones in our body is that they get taken down, they get broken down pretty darn quickly, sometimes seconds to minutes, okay, right? So these new drugs, they bind in these two different kinds of hormones and receptors, and leads to a much heightened sensation of fullness and to a much more significant response, lasting much longer than what our own body would produce. And again, they also work on the cellular level, which I've talked about before, producing other benefits. Therefore, that's why they're so effective, and therefore, that's why they're also given just once a week, which is really kind of neat for a lot of these medications. So you don't have to take a medication every day. It's just a small injection once a week, super easily self-injected too, that's right? And it works great with an awesome telehealth program, which like similar to what I put together. So as a measure for FDA approval for a drug for weight loss is, usually about 5% with the latest drug, which is semaglutide, with the other name Wegovy, we saw a significant amount of weight loss, even more, up to around 14-15% with the higher doses, sometimes more. And with tirzepatide or MOUNJARO, we're seeing weight loss of around 20%, especially with the higher dose of the medication. And again, which is about 20% weight, right? So that's a lot. It's a very significant amount of weight loss that we're seeing with these new class of medication. It's pretty impressive. So as we know, weight loss is extremely difficult. though the idea that if we just diet and exercise, we should be able to lose the weight. And sometimes we can, but oftentimes it's not true. 85% of those that diet and exercise, unfortunately, end up gaining the weight back, and this weight loss is not sustainable. So it's wonderful to have one more tool to use, right? A very effective tool in our arsenal in our war against obesity and excess weight. Okay, right? And it's a tool, we can use it. And the more tools that we have, I think the better that we're going to be able to do and the better offer we'll be able to offer our clients and patients. So if you have questions about losing weight, contact us for more information about our Primex Rapid Loss Protocol medical weight loss program, featuring our proprietary boosted MOUNJARO Plus. So to schedule an initial consultation, you can call me at 740-777-9717 or email me directly at eric@drericfate.com. It's DRERICFET. Or visit my website, primexweightloss.com, PRIMEX weightloss.com, and check out my social media pages for more great content, products, and services. Thanks again. Have a great day.